I've been busy today. Something for everybody.
Good evening, everyone. It is 5 p.m. on March the 2nd, 2026, and it's time to call the Board of Public Works and Safety meeting to order. Ms. Jones, roll call, please.
Mayor Barnett,
Present.
Mr. Austin.
Here.
Ms. Joe,
Present.
Mayor Yellowmore.
Thank you, ma'am. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
These days it's gonna happen. Yeah.
And I assume this is.
All right, thank you for coming tonight. Appreciate everyone being here. Is there anything, any public comments or announcements that does not pertain to the agenda? Hearing none, we will go on to the consent agenda.
Move to approve the meeting minutes of February 18th, 2026 Board of Works meeting, and also the approval of claims.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, there isn't any old business. We'll go right into the new business here. Request approval for retainage escrow agreement with Pace Contracting LLC for the wastewater treatment plant expansion project. City Attorney Lynn Gray.
Oh, thank you, doing three things at once. Thank you, Mayor. Let me put this a little bit in context. As you all know, we are doing a sewer plant expansion and upgrade. And our contractor is Pace. And the manner in which the manner in which they get paid is they make an application for payment, which is one of the things that's attached to your agenda as well, their claim for payment. We have professional services rendered to us by Wessler Engineering. They are our engineer, and what they do when a application for payment is made, they go and check the work that is done, determine whether or not the work was done accordingly, appropriately, and then they check the amount that's being paid and then submit it to us for approval. One of the things that the statute allows for, particularly in projects of this size, is that a contractor may ask that retainage that we keep be placed into an escrow account. Most of the times, Matt does this many times, we keep a retainage amount. It used to be 10% routinely. The legislature, I'm sure, was listening to contractors who have now changed it, that it max it can be is 6% for part of the project and then 3% for the remaining part of the project. So the statute was changed a couple of years ago. Also pursuant to that statute, a contractor can ask that the retainage amount that we keep be placed into an interest-bearing account. Because in theory, if they comply with the contract and do everything that they are supposed to do, that money is theirs. But we don't want to give that money to them until the project is completed to make sure if there's any change orders, if there are any repairs that need to be done, anything's not done, that money is there to pay that. So the documents that are before you, the contractor in this case, Pace, asked, given that it's a $26 million project, eventually the retainage amount will be rather large, asked that it be placed into an escrow account. The statute says we must do that, but we have to do it by agreement with an escrow agent that the contractor and the city agrees upon. So, and they were very good to work with. And frankly, I understand why a contractor would ask for the retainage to be put in interest account, because if they do everything they're supposed to do, they get to earn interest on that money. I reached out to our clerk treasurer and said, who would you like to designate as an escrow agent, since you're the one that pays the money and then would go and ask for the money to be paid out? And she said she would like to use Mutual Savings Bank because they're local and she could go right here. Based upon that, I then reached out to Pace Consulting and said, our clerk treasurer would like to use Mutual Savings Bank, but in the interest of full disclosure, I am on the board of directors of Mutual Savings Bank, have nothing to do with escrow accounts or anything of the daily operations. And one of our council members is an executive officer at Mutual Savings Bank. They said, fine with us, we don't care. So that's why you have the waiver and the disclosure of the interest in there about my position with Mutual. So, having said all that, what is before you particularly is if you look at page 2, the conditional waiver and release on progress payments, page 2 outlines the amount that they are requesting to be paid. This on the claim form.
On the claim form?
Yeah.
Aha.
Page 2 of that. You will see our representative from Westler is Bridget Ingram. She is, sorry she's not here tonight to answer any questions. She is in Monticello. I said, well, she should be here. It's better than Monticello, but Monticello didn't think so. I said I could handle it because basically what she has reviewed, they made a submission for payment of $3,609,703.90. Of that amount, a retainage of 5% would be $180,485.20, meaning the payment of their claim at this point would be $3,429,218.70. The claim form says 71. I think she rounded up when she did the 5%. So it should be 70 cents to correct that. The statute allows us to hold up to 6% of the first half of the project, and then 3% thereafter. Pace and our engineer said, let's just do 5% through the whole thing to make it easier to adjust, and Pace was happy with that. So rather than having a sliding scale and determine when 50% is done, let's just do 5% across the board. So the requests before you are to authorize the payments of the claim of $3,429,218.70 to be paid to Pace as a project progress payment, the sum of $180,485.20 to be placed into the escrow account, that the escrow account, that the escrow agreement be signed by this board on behalf of the city. The escrow agreement calls for the escrow agent, being Mutual Savings Bank, to be paid a fee of $1,500 and $100 per transaction. That money comes out of the retainage amount, so the city doesn't pay it. It comes out of what the funds are for Pace Consulting. And then the last document that I just have there for you doesn't need any action, but it is the disclosure statement where the president of Pace recognized that I had a relationship with Mutual, and so did Ann McGinnis of our council. So happy to answer any questions for you.
So I think, Lynn, I just have a comment, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Pace, we were talking about the bank, of a Mutual bank, they wanted to go to a bank in Louisville, and Jan wanted to go to a bank here, so.
Right.
And they were okay with that.
They were absolutely okay. I mean, their first proposal was their bank, but they're in Louisville. And so I understand that. They use them all the time, right? This is the business they're in, so they use them all the time. And I just reached out to them and said, we'd feel more comfortable not having a Louisville bank. And so I reached out to Jan, and Jan said who she wanted, and they immediately said, that's fine, and this disclosure. So you're exactly right. They were going to use them because they were just used to them, but I thought we should use somebody local that we are used to, and they had no problems with that.
So Lynn, you said that once we set up this escrow, that the contractor would be eligible to receive the interest from it?
At the conclusion of the project, when everything has been done. That is correct.
Even if it puts them over the contract amount?
Yes, because technically you're not over the contract amount. We are paying the contract amount. This interest that is being earned is on their contract. So in theory, the statute allows for this.
Okay.
In theory, it doesn't change the contract amount. We are only paying the contract amount.
Okay.
But their money is earning interest. Their money is earning interest. So as opposed to just paying them the 3.6 now, we're taking some of it and putting their money aside from here. But
Okay.
the statute very clearly allows us to do that. It doesn't change the contract amount we ultimately pay. And there is more money there available in the event, unlikely event, that there are other things we need to, repairs or things like that. So
Okay.
it does kind of make sense that the money, rather than us holding it in a non-interest bearing account, goes somewhere to bear interest, but it doesn't change the contract amount.
Okay.
Great question.
Ken, do you have any questions?
I think she's pretty much clarified it.
Okay. All right, well, then I will make a motion to approve a payment to Pace Contracting for $3,429,218.70. Do I need a separate
And
motion
you can
for the
include, and the
agreement?
placement of the retainage amount in,
And placement of the retainage amount in mutual savings bank? Correct?
that does it.
Does it need a total?
She can add it, but it's pursuant to the contract, so.
Okay.
But if she wants to add the retainage amount of $180,485.20.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
And Mayor, if I might ask for a separate motion approving the escrow agreement.
I will make a motion to approve the retainage escrow agreement with Pace Contracting and Mutual Savings Bank as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Next item.
I am so sorry. And are you authorizing the mayor to sign on behalf of the city
For which one? Is that all?
for the escrow agreement? No, just the escrow agreement.
So moved.
Oh, there you go. Second.
Thank you.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for the mayor to sign on behalf of the board. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Okay, number 2,
Takes a while.
request
It's been 3
approval of
minutes.
Resolution 26-02, authorizing the use of Lowe's credit card for DPW Clerk Treasurer Jan Jones.
Yes, Sally reached out to me a couple weeks ago, interested in getting a Lowe's card. They obviously go to Lowe's a lot, and they put on their regular credit card, and then have to break everything down by Lowe's. This just makes more sense. Other departments have just a Lowe's card, and it's the Lowe's Pro card, which will be good for them anyway, and it just makes our finance part of it a lot easier as well.
My question to you, Jan, I reached out to Erica last week, is pursuant to our internal control policies, do we have anything that defines who is authorized to use the credit card?
So in the past, we have stated that, I looked back, when they gave street department theirs. We can right now
I-
authorize who uses that.
Yeah, I suggested to Erica, who's going to reach out to Sally, that we designate who are authorized users of the card for purposes of internal controls.
I spoke with them at Lowe's, and there's a list that we have to maintain
Right.
of authorized users, and that when people leave, we have to immediately reach out and get them off.
Well, that won't help us for our resolution purposes. So who do you wish to have sign those
Well,
cards?
Any of our, we send different guys, the guys who are needing the parts, so, I mean, it's not gonna be me, I'm not running to Lowe's every,
Well, raise the number 1. Who's the
Yes.
other one?
Chad.
Okay,
Monson.
Ray and Chad is the 2 that we're going to designate to do that,
Okay.
so.
Right. We need our resolution because our internal controls and for the protection of the State Board of Accounts are going to want to know who is spending
Okay,
our
okay,
money.
I wasn't aware of that. Okay, not a problem, thank you.
Jan, just one comment. This account gives us approximately a 5% savings, correct?
That's correct.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 26-02, authorizing the use of the Lowe's credit card for the Department of Public Works.
Second.
We have a motion and a
May
second.
I ask that we amend the resolution to appoint authorized users as the 2 gentlemen that you did, and I'll submit an amended resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Next item, request acceptance of quotes for the 2026 Cemetery Roadway Improvements Project. Request award of construction contract to All-Star Paving Incorporated as the lowest, most responsive, and responsible quoter, and request execution of the construction agreement, city engineer Matt McElroy.
Thank you. Yeah, as you remember, last year, we did a cemetery road project where we just seal coated all the roads and we repaved, patched a few of them. Well, this year, there's still a couple of gravel roads within the cemetery, and this project is basically to have those repaved, or not repaved, but paved. And that way, all of our roads in the cemetery will have asphalt pavement. So last Friday, the February 20th, we opened quotes for this project. We had 4 quoters for it. Robertson Paving, McGath Concrete, Aero Earth Services, and All Star Paving, Inc. I'll go ahead and read those out. Robertson Paving had a quote of $62,674.00. McGath Concrete Construction Corp. had a bid quote of $106,999.97. Aero Earth Services had a quote of $73,900.00, and All Star Paving came in at $57,687.40. As you can see, my engineer's estimate was $75,290. So we got a low quote and not too far off what I had estimated. So All Star Paving has done work for us, so pretty reputable. So I guess that's what I have as a request: acceptance of the quotes and request award of the construction contract to All Star Paving as the lowest, most responsive and responsible quoter.
I'll just add, with my experience with All-Star, they've done an excellent job on every project they've been involved with us, so.
Right. I'll make a motion to accept the 4 quotes for the 2026 Cemetery Roadway Improvements Project, and also to approve the awarding of the construction contract to All-Star Paving for an amount of $57,000, I can't read, $687.40,
Like you.
yeah,
Okay,
as the lowest, most responsive and responsible quoter.
Second.
okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you on that one, Matt. Next item, request acceptance of bids for the 2026 Maintenance Improvement Program Crack Seal Project. Request awards of construction contract to HSC Pavement Maintenance Incorporated as the lowest, most responsible bidder, and request execution of the contract agreement. City Engineer Matt McElroy.
Thank you. Yeah, this is, again, one of our maintenance program projects, crack sealing that we do every year, basically on PASER-rated scores of 6 and 7. So we opened the bids last Friday as well, February 20th. We had 4 bids on this project. All Star Paving, Inc., with a bid of $196,729.47. HSC Pavement Maintenance, Inc., with a bid of $192,494.35. Robertson Paving, Inc., with a bid of $259,221.47, and Russell Standard Corporation, $281,411.93. Also added my engineer's estimate, $222,833.76. So similar to the cemetery roads, my engineer's estimate was right in the middle. The low bidder was decently under, so that's good news. So, yeah, at this time, go ahead.
And I might add on this one that, correct me if I'm wrong, the year before HSC did the crack sealing for us, and then last year, we had All-Star Paving. Is that
Last year,
correct?
we had Robertson Paving.
Robertson Paving did
Yes.
it last year. Okay, thank you, Matt.
Yep. Yeah, HSC did it 2 years ago, yeah, that's correct.
Okay. And they done I think they did a good job. Brett, do you remember them doing that a year ago, year and a half?
No.
With it?
I'm sure they did a great job.
That's been
Or you would remember.
Or we would have remembered if they did.
That's right. If you
Yeah,
did
there
through.
you go. There you go.
Yeah, we had no complaints. There was
Right.
nobody complaining about tack getting stuck to their wheels or anything like that from either them or Robertson
Right,
the last 2 years, so.
I mean,
been-
honestly, yeah.
And we have had
Not
that.
remembering them is
Yeah.
a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No news is good news.
All right, I will make a motion to accept the bids for the 2026 Maintenance Improvement Program Crack Sealing Project, and also approve the award of the contract to HSE Pavement Maintenance Incorporated for an amount of $192,494.35 as the lowest, most responsive and responsible bidder.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. Okay, there isn't any other business that gets us with department report, so Chip, we'll start with you. Since you were asleep, we'll.
Thank you. We're still accepting applications for summer jobs. If anybody knows anybody that's interested in working maintenance or landscaping, Kirby, if you're retiring, you come work for us, whatever you want to do. And that's all I have tonight.
Thank you, Chip.
Quick, wasn't I?
You was. Chief?
On that note, I am not retiring. I have nothing to add.
Keith?
Nothing tonight, Mr. Mayor.
Sherry?
Nothing tonight, thank you.
Rick?
I don't have anything tonight, sir.
Krista?
I don't have anything.
I know Brett has some stuff.
I do have a couple things. Yeah, I'll try to bridge the 40-minute gap for everybody here. Not really. I put a piece of paper in front of the board members here. I apologize, I didn't get this submitted in time, but we've accumulated some surplus equipment that I would like to have permission to put on the GovDeals site that we've used in the past. It is an approved method for us to get rid of surplus equipment. And we've got some pieces here that need to find a new home. So I put it as parks equipment. I think a couple pieces actually originated from cemetery, but ultimately I would like to request permission to dispose of these pieces. Unfortunately, you will see I'm going to request as presented because some of them are pretty long in the tooth to the point that we can't find a year on a couple of them.
Wow.
Can't find serial number tags on a couple of them. And honestly, it's just, they're there, but you can't read the numbers. So, and they were items that don't have titles. So I don't know that we could find, I'm sure we could find when and where they were acquired along the way, but to be honest, there's no documentation that needs to go with them from a title perspective.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able to, I didn't dig 26 years back in the archives to find something that is probably worth a couple $100, so.
You're right, the website you're going to use is an approved method of disposal of salvage equipment, but refresh my recollection, do they have a copy of a picture when you put it on there? Do you put a
Yes.
picture on?
Yep.
So could we keep a copy of that picture with this authorization so that if anybody ever
Absolutely.
has any question, they'll know exactly what
Yeah,
this?
and I can print off, like, as it's submitted as an item, it'll get
Okay.
an auction number. We can print that off and attach it to
And
this.
keep it part of the
And
file.
then when we get whatever the funds are, whatever these pieces bring, we'll get a bill of sale also. So we could definitely keep a document that
So that we
states the entire process.
If anybody wanted to trace it,
Yeah.
they could trace it. Okay.
Yep.
Thank
So
you.
I apologize. I know it seems a little incomplete, but I've put quite a bit of time, honestly, in trying to unearth these items as best we can, in relation, arguably, to the couple $100 that they're worth. So, a few hundred, I don't know, but most of them are arguably inoperable for the most part, which is also why they're surplus to us. They're all items that I have had people look at in the past as we were trading or updating equipment. A couple of them probably would have come with a fee for removal
To take-
versus just us trying to sell them on our own. So I hope I'm telling you kind of what we have here. And I do think it's the best means for us to get rid of them, dispose of this equipment. And then the dollars would then ultimately go back to Chip at the Parks Department or cemetery, however he would see fit. But
So are these items so old that they've depreciated out of your inventory?
yeah,
Okay.
and they're all basically like golf cart style side-by-side vehicles, just kind of people mover type equipment.
Yeah.
Again, why UTVs, I guess. One of them is fundamentally a golf cart, but it's got the rear end is laying next to the golf cart. So it's probably one of those that someone's gonna buy it for the tires, maybe the, you know what I mean? The structure itself, it's not, most of them are non-operable, so. But we can't just throw them away.
Nope, we can't. But as long as, I mean, the whole idea is identity. So
Right.
make sure if we have a record
Correct.
like that,
Yep.
plus it's on a public site, we're good.
Yep. So these 6 pieces, I would request permission to list those on GovDeals, and then we will, as listed here, and then we will obviously execute the paperwork side of it as requested.
I'll make a motion to approve the posting of the 6 inventory items to govdeals.com as presented.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you for that.
Thank you, Brett.
A secondary item, and just wanted to get this more for your approval and attention. I think it's a unique opportunity. We were, Amazon gifted us a golf cart, which, as you saw, was good timing. And so.
Is it
I
club
wanted-
car, golf cart? Is it club car, golf cart, AG 964?
No, it's
okay.
actually not, no. No, it's a much nicer unit.
Just curious.
Right, no, it is not.
List.
Is a market value of $4,000. It's a 6-seater electric cart. It's an Evo branded golf cart. I do have all the information here if you want it for VIN number and stuff. But what I really wanted the board to do was approve our acceptance of the donation. And then that way we can take it in as our inventory and then make sure that the clerk's office gets it insured properly and that it's listed as an asset for us for the park, and it's for the park's usage, I think, primarily, so it'll be for the event barn and things.
And this way, Brett, if we hold on to this one for another 15, 20 years.
Yes.
We'll be able to track it back. Where did that come from?
Right, we'll
Here's-
know
right.
that it was
Yeah.
gifted to us from, yes, and we have a serial number today, so we'll make sure we track that.
Okay.
But I would just like the board's approval to accept the donation from Amazon for the golf cart.
Good job at getting that donation.
I did not, I can't take credit for it, but
Someone
to
did.
whomever did, thank you.
Yeah.
I believe it was Tara,
I don't know
so.
if that was Tara.
That's awesome. I'll make a motion to accept the donation of the golf cart from Amazon.com.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Tara, did it come in a big box on the front step? Did it? Oh, okay. I didn't know. Oh, okay.
Well worth the pain.
That is all I have.
That's all you
tonight,
have?
so
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Brett. Joanna?
Actually, I do have one thing. So part of the process of what we do in the planning department involves a lot of community involvement, sharing of information, questions, concerns. And something really great has come out of that. This afternoon, when I returned to my office, I had a phone call from Darcy Wertz with First Financial. So my entire tenure with the city of Franklin, the pond out at Jefferson Estates and Jefferson Meadows has been not in an ownership of an HOA, but Irwin Union, and by extension, First Financial. Through all of our recent Plan Commission and City Council meetings, it was brought to First Financial's attention that they own this. And they currently have an outstanding tax bill of a little over $10,000. So anytime that we would send a notice of violation, a fines assessment, their tax bills from the county, they were all going to Ohio. They don't have any idea what was happening once it got to Ohio. Obviously, they weren't paying the taxes, which is a little weird to me. But she wanted to be sure to know that had First Financial known that we would not be in this situation where we are now, because it does need a lot of maintenance, some repairs, a lot of repairs. So they are in the process of going through and hiring a contractor to go identify the problems. And hopefully, this will move forward of getting all those drainage concerns
Oh, wow.
That's great.
up there. So there are good things that come from public involvement.
Wow.
So,
That's amazing.
Good.
And I know, Mr. Austin, for you, that's been a big deal as city councilman in that area. That's your district, so.
It is, and, you know, we were planning a cleanup day with people and around, you know, the neighborhood, cleanup day plan to help work on it, help get some of that sludge out of the drains back there. And anyway, that's totally amazing. I can't believe it. It's crazy.
and Brett
Thank
has
you.
more experience in knowing all the things that the street department has done, because we have done some, you know,
Absolutely
emergency
have.
repairs that just needed to be done. And at one point, there was one of the neighbors who, he was just tired of it not being mowed. He contracted with a company to mow it, which is also amazing of our community members. It goes to show what
Yep.
Franklin has.
That's amazing. That's the best news I've heard in a long time.
And there's a lot of times with those ponds and stuff like that, the city gets, and I'll just say it today since it come up, the city gets the blame for
Yep.
that. And the city has no responsibility there. It is these homeowners associations that have all these great ideas whenever they come and they're gonna build a subdivision, this is what we're gonna do, we'll take care of this. And then whenever they've gotten their money and they're gone,
Yep.
then the people that live in those subdivisions have to take that responsibility. It's not the city, so. But we have, like in the past, just to say, in emergency cases, like Brett and his crew has went and taken care of some stuff that really somebody had to fix or it was gonna be
And we
bad, so-
maintained it at a necessity level, right, at an
Yes.
abatement style level, so obviously it was never mowed, manicured as the neighbors wanted it to be, but it was done in a, you know, a legal process in which met our standard, but it just wasn't what was
Right.
keen
And-
to their eye by any means.
And the mayor
I
for
don't
the,
blame 'em.
and the mayor for the record, there is no homeowners association there.
Okay,
There is none.
Right.
okay.
The
That's the
developer
problem.
never- That was the problem.
That's
is
the problem.
The developer had never
Yep, set it up.
Properly.
properly set up an HOA, and when it went in deferment and the bank took ownership, that's how it went to the bank.
Okay.
So, we should also be
longer
getting
exists.
paid for what we've put into it over the years.
Well, thank you for that information. That is good stuff. Anything else, Joanne?
That's all.
Sally?
My news isn't that good, but it's just some information for you. We're raising a bunch of manholes across the city in case you get questions. We've done about 30 so far. We started in Paris Estates, we did Fairway Lakes, we're in Heritage now, and we've done about 30. And the reason this is important is when our guys get calls from homeowners in the night or on the weekends, it always seems like they need to access the sewers through these manholes. Well, often in subdivisions, if that manhole's in your pretty flower bed, you might mulch over it and our guys can't see it, or even, you know, sometimes the contractors will put grass sod over them and we cannot find them. So there's a reason that they're there, we need to access them. So we've just started raising them as we need to. So we just started on the east side and coming this way. We did also, what's your addition? Jefferson Meadows, we did that addition too. So we're up to about 30. And, I mean, it's not a huge, we're not devoting a lot of time to it, except when we have downtime, just so you know, people call about us doing something with manholes, that's what it is, so,
Okay, thank you.
yeah.
Jan? Tara, do you have anything else? How about Tina?
No, thank you.
Ken?
Nothing, other than the great news. That's it. Thank you.
Lynn?
Nothing.
And I have nothing else, just proud of our city workers, and you all do a great job. Thank you. Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Wow.